Oh, that's an old graphic. Welcome to Raw Talk, everybody. I had like last week's graphic up.
So
Oh
what's
my
going
God.
on, fellas?
Not much, not much.
Regular old day.
Another cloudy day. Been watching Game of Thrones all morning.
No alien abductions or anything?
Not yet.
No introductions. Let's see. Okay, tonight we've got, or today. See, I shouldn't talk. Today we've got Bill Bottoms, Wicked Veva, and JT Von Bass, and me, and just shooting the shit. Here's Mr. Intense. Hey, Mr. Intense. And Vinny.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Vinny.
Nothing. Anything of interest happening in any particular part of the country?
Where do we? Chicago's losing their skulls over these immigrants now. Oh my God, they're in a little bit of an uproar.
It's a shame when they start eating their own.
Yeah.
Does my heart good. I don't like to see the problem, but I like to see it affecting people that caused the problem.
Yeah. Kind of gives you warm fuzzies, don't it?
How's being a sanctuary city working out for you now? Be proud.
Well, the mayor of New York City's trying to have that removed. We don't want to be a sanctuary anymore.
Our big city, Portland, here is the same way. I mean, they were so proud. They jumped on the bandwagon. We're a sanctuary city. Yay. And whoa, it got out of control quick.
It tends to happen with the latest thing, you know. I quit following the crowd. I was running the other way.
Well, that's what this administration wants. But I'm scared, though. I really don't trust Trump anymore. So I think we should push voter registration. Make sure he doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
Voter registration.
I want the purple finger. Hey, it worked in Iraq.
That's true. No, but I wonder if how easy it would be to get these people to be convinced. I don't trust Trump. I think we ought to have voter ID. That way he doesn't cheat.
Yeah, but that goes steps away from the real problem with what that little memo that come out yesterday seemed to bring to the spotlight.
What was the memo?
Durham.
Oh, the Durham. Yeah, the little memo, 386 pages.
But I mean, if nothing, if nobody gets held accountable,
Yeah,
it was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
least it's out there. At least it's out there, and we can say, "Ha, it wasn't a conspiracy theorist." Now was it?
Yeah, but see, you got to remember, it's never happened before, so they're just flying by the seat of their pants on what rules they're supposed to follow.
But the real tragedy is that this administration has the most accusations against it ever, and the media still don't want to cover it.
Nope.
Yeah, tell me they're not controlled.
Yeah.
Now they're saying they might have falsified a weather report to keep the Trump rally from going off this weekend.
What is their end game? Usually they have an end goal that, you're shooting for. Well, what is it? There's too much crap going on all over the place, and it's not just one thing.
Yeah. Don't know. I guess they're trying to do the nitpicking thing.
Yeah, but we're not nitpicking. I just want the big things addressed.
Yeah.
It's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yep.
Why don't you, come on. I mean, just a few things I want, But this Durham report, like I said, without even digging, goes all the way to Obama. And I know it goes further than that.
Yeah, I do like that shirt, Bill. That is cool.
I was having a hard time figuring out what I wanted to identify as this morning. So
Ah,
I want to identify as somebody who dresses like an idiot.
You don't have to identify.
I know. I always do that.
we've already identified you. Trust me.
We know.
Oh my goodness. So somebody said Trump was exonerated. Oh, Vinny did.
The Durham report exonerated him from the Russia hoax.
Yeah. And they're not going to chase down where all that shit came from.
Yeah, but remember too, it's also got international implications.
Yep. We're not stupid. We knew.
Yeah.
But there's still people out there that don't have a clue any of this is going on. They're so sheltered, so ingrained in the system that they believed everything CNN told them right up till now.
Well, that's feeding right into the next one that was started this last weekend when Biden was at that college.
Yep.
And, I'm sorry, the president of the United States doesn't get up anywhere and say that shit about American citizens. But hey, when is this loony left that we've been graced with done anything that made any sense?
But the thing is, none of them will give you any kind of an answer when you ask them. Every time there's a political clash, who are the violent ones? Who are the ones screaming? Who are the ones saying, "Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you. I hope you die." Mm-hmm. Really?
Yep.
We're the threat.
Yeah.
Right. That's how that works. Okay.
Dead. Yeah. Okay. I didn't want you dead until just recently. Now I do, but they had that. Was it Missouri? It was a state election, but both Democrat candidates, their people had a wicked fight in the auditorium. Yep. They're eating
it over.
Yep, they're eating each other. Yeah.
I saw on the news this morning that they said there's a shortage of repo people to go repossess cars. Because there's so many repos now. There's a shortage of repo people.
Yeah, because everybody took their COVID money, the C money, and went out and bought trucks and boats and cars instead of running their household with it.
Oh, not just that, houses too.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you better be. Oh, I'm telling you. 10 last years.
Am I forgiven?
I forgive you. This time.
All right, man. I am so sorry. I just looked at the time. I'm like, oh my God. I know
you were doing something real important, so we'll give you a break.
I'm not myself. I'm sorry. So how's everybody out there today in YouTube land?
Good.
How you doing, big brother? Bill Bottoms. I interrupted everybody and I apologize. I figured
only add to the conversation.
Oh, that's all right. But because of what time it is where you're at, if it'd been me, I'd been taking a nap at that time of the day.
This usually is my nap time. But I do it for you.
I am so sorry. I got to punch up chat. We got, how many people we got out in there in chat, YouTube world?
Well, at least Vinny can calm down now. He is about to throw a conniption because you wasn't here, Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what he needs.
Oh my God. We did a buffet yet?
Oh, we wasn't going to do a buffet during the day.
Hey, there's no buffet.
Just for Vinny, it'll be all right if we have a set. He's about to throw a conniption because you wasn't here, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what he means.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, we did a buffet yet?
Sure.
There we go.
Command and control over.
Man, I got my there you go. Math sciences.
All right in the world.
Man. Yeah, I just got caught up. I was on the phone with my doctor, and then I looked up. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, hopefully he was talking about something good.
And just, you know,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know.
Man. So what are we up to today?
Trying to figure out what craziness is going to take the top spot today.
Take a pick out there in the world.
No, you got shooting, you got National Guard opening gates, letting people come across.
Yeah.
You know, I was curious on that last little mass shooting they had. I forget where.
We're in New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. I was curious, and I looked it up. How many people had to die to get classified as a mass shooting? And it's 3, not including the shooter.
Not including the shooting.
And did you see the date that was changed?
No.
I don't know when it is either, but it's not been too
It
long.
was recent. It was within the last, 10 years?
Probably at the beginning of the coup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seemed a little light to me. Seemed like it should have been more to bump it up to be classified as a mass shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least as many as in the word mass.
Well, I mean, you can have 3 people die in a drive-by in Chicago, and they don't call it a mass shooting. You know,
No.
But if 3 people are in a car and have an accident, it's not a mass casualty event.
yeah.
That's a good point.
It's just something, I think it's just to grab the headline, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's all it is. The shock value, and
Yeah. It goes to what bleeds leads.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And it's never changed. It's been in the newspaper forever. Hell, that's how we had the Spanish-American War.
Yep. But they do love labels.
And everything's got to be the extreme.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, if you identify as something, isn't that a label? People used to be all against labels, and now it's like, oh, I identify as a Rottweiler and shit like that.
No, that don't fly here.
No, I don't play those games either.
Yeah, there was a time when you got to graduate to the big table with the adults and away from the little table with the kids. These people still stuck at the little table. I don't know if they've even made it to the little table. Still in high chairs.
No, they hadn't. They still on mama's tit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I feel sorry for dads. You know, they go along with their daughter and she'll put the makeup on him and have their little tea parties and stuff. I get that.
Yeah.
But, you know, the man usually went back to being the man.
Yep.
Not the daughter being the man and the father being the daughter.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Though. But now a sissy kid is the thing to have. It's the trend. It's like parachute pants were in the 80s. You know, the only difference is I can take off my parachute pants when I'm tired of it, but I can't sew a dick back on.
Yeah. They're gonna have fucking Hunger Games, you know, where everybody's standing around in all their Fruit Loop get-ups, you know.
No, but everybody had to have a damn labradoodle. Now everybody's got to have a trans kid, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. What was that? Some guy, they did a video, some comedy group or something, and this guy comes out as straight.
Yes, we played that last night.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, coming out straight to your liberal parents.
They were pissed.
No, man. I gave up the cartoons and dress up when I was way younger.
Yeah, yeah. The only cartoons I watch now is Brickleberry and Paradise PD.
Yeah. I think I'm all caught up on Paradise.
Well, season 4 really, really reached. It was,
Oh, I know, man.
but it's
Jesus.
still entertaining.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I guess I'm the odd one out. I still like anime.
No,
Anime.
I thought anime was a person. I kept saying, an anime convention, and I'm thinking, who the hell's anime? What's she saying? And yeah, I was the butt of the joke for a while, but
Yeah, but did you find hentai first?
No,
I didn't know what that was until I've seen it on the porn sites. I didn't know that's what they called it.
Yeah.
you had to have the internet to get hentai, so you could get anime before the internet.
That's true.
I don't have any interest in this stuff. I don't think it's bad or good. I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought bad thoughts about the kids playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, I was one of those kids.
Well, we'll talk.
I belonged to the War Games Club after school.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That and Magic.
Never got into Magic or Pokemon or any of those card games.
I never did either.
Yeah.
They used to have in the mall where we are at Palisades, where we are. They used to have a store where you used to go in and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah.
It was like crazy. It was like these big scales of everything, and
Yeah.
wow, man.
Mm,
Dungeons and Dragons and Starfleet Battles was a big one.
yeah.
And they tried to make Boot Hill a good one. It was the same as Dungeons and Dragons, just a Western theme. That didn't really catch on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but
used-
that doesn't compare to saving the girl from the go-karts that just got away.
We used to play a thing called craps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Hey,
We
Vinny
used to
said
shoot
something.
dice.
I'm sorry, Bobby. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Vinny said something about the DOJ gave orders to disband the investing team from the Hunter and Joe tax money case.
Oh, yeah. We told them they were doing that. Because if it was you or I, it wouldn't have taken 4 or 5 years. It would have been taken care of next week. You know,
Yep.
if JT got $600 from mommy and he didn't pay taxes on it, he'd be in jail next week. I guarantee it.
Yeah. See you later, JT.
Hey, I have I haven't taken money from dead people in years.
But it's just everybody's so sick of, well, you're protected because your name is such and such, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the easiest ways to stir up a country and get it going crazy against itself.
And I'm pretty sure we're not getting apologies either.
Well, they got a new boycott out for Miller Lite now.
Yes. Well, did you see that commercial?
Yeah,
They deserve a boycott.
that commercial wasn't near as bad as the Bud Light commercial.
Yeah, but that one was made a month ago.
Yeah, it was made before the Bud Light commercial.
Yeah, before the Bud Light fiasco. This one just happened to leak. But Miller Lite took down their social media accounts.
Yeah.
But that one, you're right. That was nowhere near as bad. It wasn't. The idea of it was, all right, it's kind of bullshitty, but it wasn't a slap in the face like that Dylan Mulvaney character.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, nobody cared about that the Miller Lite commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the money that they just had pumped into their coffers from the Bud Light fiasco.
But I'll bet you're not going to find any company that's not pandering in some way. And we're coming up to Pride Month too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And how about them Transformers?
Yeah, Transformers. I saw that clip. That was disgusting.
Well, look, we gave this crap that they're pulling a chance to do stuff, and scientific conclusion says it doesn't work. You've already shown it. Now shut up, move along, let the adults have the game back.
JT, you're gonna be my running mate.
Oh, I think I already seen that, Vinny.
No, I'm with you, Bobby. You know it, brother, man. Till the
We got-
wheels fall off.
We got Big Brother, Secretary of Defense.
Put Chuck out there.
Imagine us three in the fucking White House. Ain't be much left.
They're going to be your communications director.
Watch over here. Let me see the fucking the red ones.
I just want to be the common sense are.
Yeah.
Oh, like these red buttons. What do they do?
What do you do? Can I play a musical tune on them?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, I like that. I always like bass. You know what I mean?
So now they've got a new dilemma because now there's supposed to be non-binary shit, right?
Yeah.
But there's still a pay gap
Yes.
between the sexes.
Mm.
How does that work if you're non-binary and you're not either one? How I don't know.
You get half the pay gap?
Maybe.
It just shows that they've run out of actual things that need to be complained about.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of circled back now.
Anybody want an onion ring?
Oh, yeah.
DK, have it your way.
Ooh.
And I think I told you guys last night about Baltimore filing lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About what?
Baltimore has one of the highest car theft rates in the country. So their answer was to sue Kia and Hyundai for making their cars too easy to steal.
I saw something like that on that one of my cop shows I watched. They said the Hyundais were the easiest to steal.
Yeah.
But Baltimore's filing lawsuit against them.
I got it. I'm not answering.
I guess the way that they handled it out in San Francisco was just too hard for them to do in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Leave the windows down, doors open, trunk pop.
Maybe there's just a better clash of thieves in Baltimore.
Yeah. But it was getting those little fucking cars up on those bricks, you know?
Yeah. Now I heard it all. Sue a car dealership for making their cars steal. I mean, that's like saying I'm suing Cadillac for making Cadillac. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Car's too nice. Can't help but steal it.
But I don't know where this let's not prosecute bad people comes from. How does that work out? I don't know what your end game here is.
They don't either. It just sounds good to stand around and talk about it.
I don't see how that plays out in your head that it's going to work out in your favor. Where's the utopia having a bunch of criminals running around roughshod, you know?
Yeah.
They've been asking that question since Plato.
I told you they had that in the Bronx what was it, a couple months ago. There was killings. There was like 4 or 5 killings, and it was amongst these gangs. The oldest one was one of the guys that got killed, which was 17. The youngest one that committed the murder had just turned 13. One of the other murderers was already on 2 gun charges. He was pending on 2 gun charges, which meaning he was arrested, released, and arrested again and released again. This kid had 2 cases with gun charges, and now he just committed a murder. You know what I mean? So, how do you figure this? I mean, you know, non-violent, okay, but the kid's carrying a gun at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what do you think? He's a gang member. What do you think he's gonna do with it? He's not gonna play cowboys and Indians with it.
Yeah. Well, we know how that started, though. They were getting the young people to run the shit for them, you know? Can't
It
get,
was.
you know, they're not going to jail or nothing.
But if they're not prosecuting, how do they learn a lesson to stop? It's like the shoplifting. They had no incentive to stop. They had every incentive to go bigger.
They had one kid there. They interviewed him. He was actually locked up. He was 16. I'm sorry. They asked him, how many times have you been shot? This kid literally had to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times.
Yeah.
But he had to count the bullet wounds in him. I mean, shit, I've been shot, but I know how many times I've been shot. You know what I mean?
It's not hard to even remember. Yeah.
That is not that hard to remember how many times you've been shot. I mean, shit. And I was a little bit older than that. But you know what it is? These kids, I don't get it, man. There's no penal system for them. They get locked up, they out back again. You know what I mean? Or all right, you know. Okay, you grew up in the projects. You grew up here. You grew up. So did I. I grew up in the South fucking Bronx, man. The poorest area in the fucking Bronx I could possibly be. That's where I grew up. You know what I mean? And still, I chose to, you know, whatever the case may be. But you can do bad to do good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes, but you don't make a lifetime career out of killing people. Or these kids, they actually gotta go shoot somebody or stab somebody for no reason, just to be in that gang. You know what I mean? Or you're ruining someone's life, and half the time these guys got these kids doing their dirty work while they're sitting up there, counting the money. Where these kids are lucky if they're bringing in 3,000-4,000 a day. They're lucky if they're making 150, 200 for the day.
Yeah.
But then their kids, yeah.
Yeah, then when they get them, pick them up at the regular age to throw them in jail. All they're doing is putting them in crook school.
Yeah.
So when they come out, what are they going to do? They're going to do what got them put in there.
But better.
Yeah, it took them an extra week to find him.
You know what prison is? It's just it's an education. It's an education on how to become a criminal. And whatever what we were talking about the other night in Zoom, I had brought it up. My friend, watching those CSI, whatever that shit is. It blew my mind when I was watching it. This is literally teaching you how to become a criminal.
Yeah.
And these are true stories. So all I gotta do is just watch a marathon of this fucking shit. And more or less I know what the cops, there's no secret what cops think anyways, but it's teaching these guys how to become criminals in the long run. But shit like that I don't think should be out on TV either, you know what I mean? I mean, you're teaching them how to get away with shit. So they don't need to learn how to get away with shit,
Their parents go along with being told that they get free daycare if they shove these kids in regular school. They may not learn nothing.
They don't learn nothing.
I don't know, man. I miss America.
Yeah.
I miss America. We're still here, still,
Yeah.
different time, I guess every generation, all the generations said this about the newer generation.
Yeah.
But not to this extreme.
Well, the good Lord put it there at this time for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, there was always God. There was always country. There was always morals. And no matter, I mean, you could have been the biggest fuck up there was, but you had some kind of morals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, there's no more. There's no more. They don't give a fuck about nothing no more. There's no God. There's no country. There's no. There you can see no person in the street. Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody gives a shit about their own neighbor. They have no self-respect for themselves. So how to respect anything else out there, you know?
Yeah.
I'll make this video and get on TikTok and be a real star.
Yeah.
And people don't seem to realize it's like, they look at, Facebook, TikTok and all that. And I think it has its place, because it is cool. Again, you have more opportunity to reach out to family that's out of the country, out in Europe or out of a different state. You keep in touch with them. But then you got these other people out there that'll go on a fucking photo shoot to do a fucking picture. Look at me, face, and people believe this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People fucking look how this person's living. No, they're not living that way. You know what I mean? That's not their real life. I mean, they want you to believe it is, but it's not. That person took 40 minutes to get dressed up, made up, fucking probably borrowed shit over people just to take that fucking selfie. You know what I mean? To show, look, and it could be further from the truth. But there's people out there, especially our youth, they look at it and like, look, I want that,
I'll get me a Patreon and I'll have them pay for me a nice motel stay.
Yeah.
Out in Vegas for the weekend.
And they don't know what they got to do for that shit, though. I mean, these girls today, they go out on these fucking fans-only pages, these Patreon things and everything. Don't they realize one day they're going to be mothers, maybe? Or your kid's going to grow up and one of his friends, ain't that your mother?
Yeah. Someday, somebody that you really think high of is going to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, or as a father, I got, hey, and didn't you see your daughter on picking this,
Yeah.
What more fucking could it be? I mean, how more shame can that be to me than fucking a bunch of 50, 60-year-old men checking out my daughter? You know what I mean? But it's just, this is where we become.
Yeah, hell, man. But just back in my day, man, it was all the girls working at the strip clubs were going there just so they could continue their college education.
Mm.
Oh, honey, come here. Let me talk to you a minute.
Going to college. All right. I don't give a fuck what college you going to.
Gonna be a doctor. What kind? A proctologist?
But you know what? And then you look at it too. These girls are making 1,000 a night, 500-600 a night. You know what I mean? So the money's good to them, but they don't realize they get old.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the tattoo thing, when there was just, it seemed like all you would see of a woman was her tattoos.
Yep.
Full body. And I'm glad it's calmed down some, but damn,
That and piercing.
back when I was growing up, the only people that got tattoos were sailors, Marines,
Prisoners.
and
Carney and Carnies.
And Carnies.
Carnies was a different thing,
Yeah, Carney was a mixture of everybody, though.
No, I had relatives that were sideshow freaks. Come on.
Yeah.
No, because the sideshow freak's only one was the tattooed lady.
Yeah. And the wild man from Borneo.
Yeah, when I was a kid, the tattoos were kind of looked down upon.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know who the prison tattoos were. If you saw tattoos like this, you know where you got them. There you go.
Yeah.
You know where you got them from. Yeah, oh, that's nice. There you go.
No, it's bad.
But nice, you're bad.
Here, I'll take off the rest of them.
You're very bad, but what else are you gonna do? You know?
Exactly.
You know,
You
I
just-
never got one because just about the time I was old enough to get one was when the AIDS came out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they say what they want. I was just too scared. I'm sorry. I was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one that always interested me was the Islanders. Sit there tapping on you
Yep.
and doing actual tribal, what tribal's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
The tattoos me and JT are talking about, those are my special artists.
Yeah. It's handcrafted ink.
Handcrafted ink, yeah. By Bic.
A lot of styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Kind of blows that whole sanitary thing out of the water, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, there was
Yeah.
there was
Hey,
no
we said it was
cream,
clean.
no none of that shit. Yeah, none of that stuff.
We had bleach.
Yeah, please.
You ask your artist, did you sanitize that needle first?
Yeah.
Burn it. Burn it, hit it with bleach.
Oh, that's
Walkmans were
Fuck,
a
we
Walkman.
survived all that shit, man. I just thought about it. How did we survive that?
How many Walkmans did you see on that? You know, out in the yard.
Oh,
Everybody buy them, but not very many had them.
no.
Well, I think there ought to be at least smarter people handling things that can be changed.
Yeah, well,
Hey, it's one thing I hope for, you know. Call me senile. No, wait a minute. You already did. Never mind.
oh, that movie Idiocracy is coming truer and truer every day.
Yeah.
But I wanted Mad Max.
You ever notice? You've seen that movie Idiocracy. Next time you
Wow.
see it, well, look at the shoes. I guess when they were shooting the movie, they had a low budget, so they were trying to figure out footwear that kind of wouldn't offend anybody if they ever took up the design. They went with Crocs, and that's one of the most popular shoe going. But if you haven't seen that movie, it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Is it on Amazon?
Where did I see it last? I'm not sure.
May
I
have
think-
been Tubi or Roku.
Yeah, it could be on Roku. I think I saw it on Tubi a while back. And another one that was funny was that Let's Go to Prison. That was a riot.
Oh, that was.
I lived it. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like that.
Vinny, it sounds like you know that too. A Walkman, big pen, thread, needles, ashes, and soap, and a toothbrush.
Yeah, how does Vinny know that shit? Where am I?
I ain't been talking to him. Yeah,
Vinny just smart.
he is a mad scientist.
Yeah.
Lit.
Okay.
My guy.
Hulu has Idiocracy right now. Sling. And a toothbrush.
I'm going to tell you one. I can hear it.
Ashes and soap. Vinny knows pretty good, don't he?
Yeah. Not that I know personally firsthand, but you know, I heard.
I heard
that.
yeah.
Mm. Well, so it turns out which one was it? Godzilla, the one I was so crazy about. I'm only halfway through the bottle. It has
Halfway.
mellowed, and it's still real damn good.
Is it?
What does it taste like?
Tastes like lemon heads,
Oh, okay.
and he puts a little. You can't see it because of my damn settings, but it'll say it right here now. I don't know if it used to, but
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, the fruits calm down after they steep a little.
yeah.
I noticed I'm in the season change wanting to have a more of a citrus vape for my direct lung stuff
Yep.
and something dark and tobacco-y for my mouth to lung.
Problem with citrus though is a lot of times it's just that chemical taste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like lemon pledge. You know, a lot of lemon flavors got that pledge taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Kilo seemed real clean. And I was real impressed with Naked.
They can put out a good juice, yeah.
I never tried one of their disposables yet, but all they have is a 50 mil salts. They were supposed to have a 35 mil salt.
Huh.
And Black Note's got the flavorings going on now. Plus they have salts, and then they have one that's called Special Blend. It's not supposed to gunk up your coils.
Really?
Yeah, that naturally extracted tobacco stuff's really nice. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know, you don't get really any smell from it. You didn't when I got it, because all they had then was tobacco flavors, and there was no smell. The taste was slightly there, but your body could tell you were getting real nicotine.
Yeah.
I never tried any of that.
Well, try one time, Bill. I think you'd really like it.
You know, the best, talking about that lemon deal a while ago, the best real lemon taste or flavor I ever found was Capello's Italian Lemon Sicily.
I've heard of that.
That's one I use. It's
Yeah.
acid.
But it's like, you know, real lemon. If you're wanting the lemon candy taste or lemonade taste, that this won't do it. This is like you actually bit into a real lemon.
Like a glass of real lemonade.
Yeah.
You almost taste the pith, you know.
Yeah, when I started vaping, I think a 30 mil bottle of e-liquid was between $20 and $30. I didn't have the money for that. That's why I started mixing right away.
I started right away because I'm cheap.
No, I kept doing it because I was cheap.
Well, first time we started, it was the Cigalikes.
Yeah.
And they just had people just come out with how to refill your filter. You know?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the devices back then, 30 mil bottle would last you.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
those just didn't hit the spot, you know, to make us quit. And that's when I started seeing they were coming up with squonks and shit, and mods were like $1,100 and $1,200 on up, you know.
Yeah.
Damn Germans.
Yep. I used to go, there was a place in Arlington called Vixen Vapors. I used to go in there and I'd sample their stuff. They not only sold finished bottles of e-liquid, they also sold, what was it called? Single shots or one shots? Where you can just, it's a bottle of just the flavoring.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it goes in a pre-mix, you know, determined amount of VG.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to buy those for, let's see, right when I moved, it was about $8 for a 30 ml bottle of that, and I could get, let's see, about 10 bottles of e-liquid out of it
Wow.
by mixing it. It was like $8. I think they're still doing it.
I don't know. I like mixing my own juice. Way
Yeah, me too.
cheaper, convenient. I never run out. And you
Yep.
don't have to, oh shit, I gotta go to the vape store, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I started because my vape store, they would only like order juice once every 3 months. And hell, you buy 3 bottles of whatever you like, they were out. And
They were
gonna
out,
keep
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
And it was like, well, piss on you.
Yeah.
And then they can only carry so much. So chances of them having the one you saw the review on YouTube and you want to try it, chances are they don't have it anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Same with the mods and the
Yeah.
tanks or RBAs.
Yeah, you walk in to find the latest Geek Vape mod and they're selling you a Soaring drop or something, you know.
The smoke badge.
Yeah.
Yeah. The MVP got 11 watts. I think that's about the time I won that Provari, because I'm sure as hell not paying $200 for a mod. That's the only reason I have one.
But people did.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It was a big deal. It's like, and I'm glad for people to know I didn't buy this. You know, this one's still got that Aries fix that Bill worked out, where you take the bottom vent, you take it
The
off, so
honeycomb
it's
thing.
just got a wide open vent, and it's got about the right airflow now.
Yeah, you just unscrew the little honeycomb thing.
Yep. Yeah, mine was a bitch to unscrew. Man, I don't remember how I did it, but I somehow managed to get pliers, needle nose pliers in there and finally work it loose.
And you know, if they came out with that tank again today, they would probably give you like 4 selections of those little things to screw on.
They
Yep.
would.
Makes you wonder why they didn't do it back then.
I don't know. But, you know,
Of course, back then they they didn't have to compete.
Yeah,
To compete.
back then they didn't have to be as innovative. Actually, what they did do was the innovation, you know. And now we're at the point where, okay, multiple airflows would be the better way to go.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And considering who designed the Aries, it's the one that I keep on my Provari, because they were, Phil and Dimitri are or were big fans of the Provari. So
I keep mine in my boxer.
you can't.
You're gonna love the juice, Troy. Trust me. You just ordered from Stevie's, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
We had a
gonna love-
giveaway last week too, on the night show. And
You got to get your juice from somewhere. You might as well get it from Steve.
you might as
Yeah.
well. That's one of the best places.
And oh, it goes so good with Gomez coils.
Yep.
You believe my ear still clogs from that day?
Is it?
Damn.
Damn. You're still putting heat on it?
A little bit, not
Heating
much.
pad?
I'm gonna try it later again. You think it's not normal to have your ear clogged with water that long, right?
Well, it depends. You could have dislodged a piece of airwax and
Yeah.
got lodged. Could be a swollen. It could be a lot of things. I'm not a doctor, but you know,
Yeah,
common
I'm gonna
sense.
put them on urgent care.
What all
Yeah.
have you tried putting in it, Bobby?
The swimmer's ear.
Oh, What's in that?
It's like
Fancy alcohol.
alcohol in there. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
put
used to
it back.
do mine. I did mine with just straight rubbing alcohol. Yeah.
91%.
Hydrogen peroxide will bubble it loose for away
Yeah.
from the side.
Yeah.
If it's a piece of wax, you can get it out.
But I'd say use one of them air washers, but if you got something lodged in there now, you run the risk of lodging it deeper or tighter.
So tomorrow I'm gonna go to urgent care. I was gonna go today, but what do you call it? I had an appointment in the morning with somebody. Then I had to talk to my doctor, and but it's a weird thing. It's I keep hearing it trying to pop. You know.
Yep.
Well, I would think they could just look down in there and see what the problem was.
Well, when I went to my lung doctor last week, I had him look. He said, I don't see nothing. He said it just looks irritated.
Mm.
He said, it looks a little swollen inside. He said, but it's a little red.
Well, it could be on the backside of your eardrum
Mm.
because that passageway gets stopped up too, but not with earwax, but it gets stopped up with like mucus and whatnot
Yeah.
from your sinuses.
Could be from the side.
I don't
And
know,
they wouldn't be able to see it if it's on the other side of your eardrum.
So Voodoo, did you get your e-liquid yet, or are y'all still working on that? I forgot to ask when he won. I forgot to ask him what nick level he wanted, so that slowed things down about a day or so. Voodoo won last week the reach around for the e-liquids from Stevie.
Can't go wrong with Stevie.
Yeah.
Gomez coil
Huh?
and Gomez coils.
And Gomez
Oh.
coils.
Get yours today.
That's right. I got to get another graphic for Gomez coils.
Whoop.
Well, hey, Jim, do you have a joke for us?
I was just gonna say,
Oh. It ain't Wednesday night, but I suppose I can rustle one up.
That'd be great.
Little kid comes down from upstairs. He runs down the stairs, sits at the breakfast table, and he says, "Where's my breakfast, Ma?" His mother says, "Have you done your chores yet?" "No." "Well, you better do your chores before I feed you." So he grumbles. He gets up, puts his boots on, goes out in the barnyard, and he's throwing grain down for the chickens, and he's mad, and he kicks a chicken. He goes over and he's slopping a hog, and he's still mad. He kicks a hog. Went over, he milked old Bossy, and he's still fuming, and he slaps old Bossy. Goes back in the house. He says, "All right, where's my breakfast?" Mother sets down dry toast and dry oatmeal. He goes, "Where's my bacon? Where's my eggs? Where's my milk and butter?" She goes, "Well, I saw you kick that chicken. You get no eggs for a month." He said, "I saw you kick the pig, so you get no bacon for a month. And I saw you slap the cow, so you get no egg, you get no milk and butter for a month." Well, just then, Dad's coming down over the stairs, trips over the cat, kicks the cat. He goes, "Whoa, you gonna tell him of me?"
Nice.
that's a good one. You ain't getting no pussy for a month.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out. I hope to see you tomorrow night on the Wednesday, the regular Wednesday show. And there's going to be another reach around. The guy who made Stevie's merch wants to give away some of his extra merch. We're going to give that away tomorrow night. And that's it for this week for the daytime show.
Well, God bless. Thanks for joining us. Say a prayer for America.
Everybody, peace.
Yeah.
Sorry
Bye,
for feeling
everybody.
do better next week.
Ah, that's
Late.
fine, man.
I'm going to hold you to that.
All righty.